Welcome to an incredible journey into the future of technology and human connection. We're about to dive deep into some seriously mind-blowing stuff, the kind of stuff that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about reality. Today, we explore how advanced tech is breaking boundaries and connecting us in ways we never thought possible. We're talking about technology that can read your thoughts, your emotions, even your damn dreams. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. So, imagine a world where you could actually what someone else is feeling, not just guess, not just try to read their face, but actually experience their emotions in real time. That's what we're talking about here, man. This technology taps into your brainwaves, your neural pathways, all that crazy stuff, and allows for a direct emotional connection between two people. It's like this next-level empathy machine. Now, on the surface, this might sound like a good thing, right? More empathy, more understanding, less conflict. But think about it, man, what happens when you can feel someone else's anger, their rage, their deepest fears? What happens to your own emotional state when you're bombarded with the raw, unfiltered emotions of everyone around you? It's a trip, man, a total trip. And it gets even weirder, folks. We're not just talking about feeling emotions. This tech allows you to see through another person's eyes. Literally, it's like a virtual reality experience. But instead of being transported to some digital world, you're plugged directly into another human being's sensory input. You see what they see, hear what they hear, maybe even taste what they taste. Now imagine the possibilities. Imagine being able to experience the world through the eyes of a soldier in combat, a surgeon in the operating room, a goddamn astronaut walking on the moon. It's mind-blowing, the kind of stuff that would change humanity forever. But hold on, because there's a dark side to all of this. What about privacy? What about consent? Can you imagine someone hacking into your brain and seeing everything you see, experiencing your most private moments without your permission? It's a scary thought, man. And if you thought seeing and feeling were wild, just wait until you hear about this brain-to-brain communication. That's right, folks, we're talking about telepathy, the ability to send thoughts directly from one brain to another, no words, no signals, just pure thought. Think about the implications for communication, for education, for art. You could share ideas instantly, learn new skills in the blink of an eye, create masterpieces of music and literature without ever picking up an instrument or a pen. It would be a revolution, man, a complete game changer. But again, there's a flip side. What happens when governments get their hands on this technology? What happens when corporations can plant ideas in your head, manipulate your thoughts, control your desires? It's a slippery slope, my friends, a slippery slope indeed. Chapter 4. America Reacts. The numbers don't lie. Now you might be thinking, Joe, this is all just science fiction, right? Well, think again, my friend. This technology is real, and it's already here. In fact, millions of Americans are already using it. We're talking about some crazy statistics here, folks. Polls show that a significant percentage of the population is open to the idea of brain-computer interfaces. People are curious, they're excited about the possibilities, but they're also apprehensive, and rightfully so. There are so many unknowns, so many potential risks that it's hard to know what to think. But one thing's for sure, this technology is here to stay, and it's only going to get more powerful, more pervasive, more integrated into our lives. Chapter 5. Long-distance brainwaves, the flesh responds. Here's where things get really interesting, really freaky. It turns out that the effects of this technology aren't limited by distance. Yeah, you heard that right. You can be on opposite sides of the planet and still feel a physical sensation, an emotional response, when you're connected to someone through this tech. Scientists are still trying to figure out exactly how it works, but the evidence is clear. Our brains are more interconnected than we ever imagined. They're like these powerful transmitters, sending and receiving signals across vast distances, bypassing the limitations of our physical bodies. It's like some kind of weird biological Wi-Fi, man, and it raises some serious questions about the nature of consciousness, the nature of reality itself. Chapter 6. Meet Montel, the man with a $1 quadrillion claim. Now all of this brings us to the reason we're here today, Montel Alexander Bowman. Now Montel is a regular guy, a hard-working American who found himself at the center of this technological revolution. He was one of the first people to experience the full potential of this brain-computer interface technology. And let me tell you, it changed his life. Montel is here today to tell you his story, to share his experience with this mind-blowing technology, and to explain why he's filed a $1 quadrillion claim against, well, pretty much everyone involved in the development and distribution of this tech. This isn't about the money for Montel though, it's about justice. It's about holding these corporations accountable for the ways they've violated our privacy, our minds, our very humanity. Chapter 7. The First Amendment Freedom of Thought Under Attack. Montel's case rests on a simple but powerful argument. This technology violates our fundamental rights as human beings, and it all starts with the First Amendment, the very foundation of our democracy. The First Amendment guarantees our right to freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of thought. But what happens when a corporation, a government, or even another individual can literally get inside your head and mess with your thoughts? What happens when they can implant ideas, suppress dissent, control your very beliefs? That's not freedom, my friends, that's tyranny. And that's exactly what Montel is fighting against. And it's not just the First Amendment that's at stake here. The Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, might seem like a strange bedfellow in this fight for cognitive liberty, but think about it. The Second Amendment is about protecting ourselves from tyranny, from a government that would seek to disarm us and control us by force. Well, what's more powerful than physical force? The power to control your mind, your thoughts, your very will. Montel believes that the Second Amendment gives us the right to defend ourselves against this new form of tyranny, this invasion of our minds. Now, the Third Amendment might seem a little outdated. It's the one that says soldiers can't quarter in your home without your consent. But Montel argues that this amendment has a powerful message for the digital age. Our minds are our most private spaces, our inner sanctums. And just like the government can't force us to house soldiers in our homes, they shouldn't be able to force us to house their thoughts, their ideas, their propaganda in our minds. This technology allows for a new kind of mental occupation, a digital invasion of our most private spaces. And that's a violation of the Third Amendment, plain and simple. Look, I could go on and on about the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, all the way down the line. Each one of these amendments in its own way speaks to the fundamental rights that are at stake in this fight for cognitive liberty. The Fourth Amendment protects us from unreasonable searches and seizures. But what about unreasonable searches and seizures of our thoughts? The Fifth Amendment protects us from self-incrimination. But what happens when your own thoughts can be used against you in a court of law? Montel's case is about more than just one man's experience. It's about the future of our freedom, the future of our minds. It's a wake-up call, man. We need to start thinking about the implications of this technology, the ethical dilemmas, the legal challenges before it's too late. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating exploration of technology and human connection. What started as a journey into the world of mind-reading tech has led us to a profound question. What does it mean to be human in an age of unprecedented technological advancement? Montel's story is just the beginning. As we venture further into this uncharted territory, we must proceed with caution, awareness, and an unwavering commitment to safeguarding our fundamental rights. Stay tuned for more groundbreaking insights and stories.